Hello and welcome back, everybody. Let me just see if I can get my camera to work. There we go. It was fighting me pretty heavily for some reason. Welcome back. We are in the dungeon. We are in the lab for Naoto. We have to get through it. We stopped at around floor 6. I just simply ran out of time. I couldn't make it all the way up to floor 9 before I used to go home. So all that means is that we have to go back up to, I believe, floor 6. Then go down to B7, B8, and then B9 is the final room. So really there's only like 2 more floors I have to cover. I already got all of the items I need for all of the quests, so we are good to go. So let's swap scenes, and let me go ahead and actually refresh the capture card here since it's not registering for whatever reason. So let me fix that. I have heard, and this applies to like, I don't know, maybe like one or two of you that might be excited that I'm actually playing Brothership. But that IGN review that was 5 out of 10, from what I have heard, because I haven't fully, like, I tried to stay away from spoilers, I heard that the person who did that played the game not docked. And they were mainly talking about all of the performance issues the game had. And the only other person I know of that's played it so far has been like, there's been no issues. And I guess and I'm surprised. I would have thought there would have been more of like an industry standard of testing the games docked and undocked, and as opposed to just playing it undocked. I think as a rule of thumb, it is a little bit sad that Brothership is maybe not a good portable game, but it seems to be a very competent uh, docked game, and I'm very much looking forward to it. We all know I'm 100%ing it, so look out. Probably, again, there's going to be a lot of stuff off stream, but most of it's going to be on. But I'll also put forth my experimentation for 2025 and late 2024 with alternating games as we're going through them, so as to not run exhausted. So let's go forward. Onward to adventure. So let's go to Naoto. And it should give me the choice to, yeah, continue from B6. I will be getting off stream a bit earlier than normal today, largely because of the fact that it's my father's birthday. So we're going out for birthday dinner. So I'll probably be getting off in about less than 2 hours. Maybe about an hour and a half, more realistically. Hour and a half, maybe hour 40 tops. Even if I'm in a spot where I can't, I'm gonna have to like go into like PlayStation suspend mode and stop if that ends up happening. So let's hope it doesn't. Unknown intruders have entered classified sector 2. Threat level red. Deploying increased guards within the facility. The intruders must be eliminated. Man, it's seriously rejecting us. We'll just have to get ourselves fired up and bust on through. But depending on when we finish and depending on any post-gathering festivities, I reserve the right to come back on and do the remainder after I get back. But, to kind of go into a little bit later into the night, but we'll see. That may not happen. It may just be a very short Thursday. So I've told a couple of people about this while we're killing time, trying to get to the final floor. Victor Ireland recently did an interview over the weekend, which is like the first time I've heard him speak since the Lunar things had been available, since the Lunar making ofs were packed in with the PS1 games. And, he has counter even though he's weak to physical? That's annoying. They baited me so hard with that. But ultimately, it was very interesting to listen to him speak. The first 7 minutes, I was like really, really nervous because I'm like, is this just going to be him making a sales pitch as to why he should be the face of Lunar, why he should do everything? But slowly, it started to go on to other topics and become quite interesting. I like listening to the man speak. I think I don't know. There's so many. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes or like his tone in his emails, but I find it fascinating that why are they fighting an RPG battle and just not talking to each other? I don't know. This is a very rarely seen side of this game, isn't it, Suitcase? I was just talking about the Victor Ireland interview. I was just very surprised. Like the first 7 minutes, I was worried that it was just going to be him, like really kind of begging to be involved with the Lunar project, but then it branched out into other topics, which I thought made it more tolerable. I think he's interesting. I think he's very interesting to listen to. I think he is a wealth and treasure trove of information. He's sitting on so much stuff that I didn't even know he was sitting on. And I guess it's just like you gotta pay the right price. It's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be, but he's not gonna dispense those nuggets for free, which I get. But yeah, it was a very interesting dynamic. Once we got past the first 7 minutes of just begging to be involved in Lunar, it was very interesting to listen to. And it just popped up out of nowhere. I was just looking on different Lunar threads recently, and I'm like, did you know he did an interview? And I'm like, no, I had no idea he did an interview. And I would have liked for them. I would have liked for him to go into more detail about, especially like the very end with Summon Night 6. Yeah, I know. I had no idea that was the naming scheme that they had gone for at all either. Yeah, they're not. I guess Arc the Lad was. I mean, it was kind of big, but not. I guess not really big enough. I know that because, like you said, it didn't sell very well. I have it. I have it down here. It's huge. Like, it's actually huge. It's just slightly, I think a little slightly thicker on the sides than Eternal Blue. Complete is on the PlayStation 1. But I have yet to play it because my PlayStation broke down. That was originally my plan, and then I have to still get a replacement PlayStation 2 at some point because mine is broken. So once that's fixed, I'll be able to go ahead and take care of that. But yes, I'm very surprised about the Rayer, what he said about the original character names. I had no idea that it was going to be Anemone. I think that's an interesting and terrible thing. And I agree with his choice to not change it. Well, not that he could at that point. I am curious, like I said, I'm gonna be playing Exiled Wicked Phenomenon. We have to see the end of Sadler's Quest, I guess. I am curious to see if it's... because I know the initial part of Exiled was kind of tricky. Like, I died in 2 seconds to the first boss, and I'm like, and I guess maybe I'll have a similar experience to start off with, but we'll see. Exiled was not a great game, though. I gave it like a 70 at the end of it. It was just okay. And the final boss was an HP sponge. Man, Vi and Cosmic Fantasy, and now it's just I find it curious that nobody wants to deal with him. I really wonder what he's like more behind the scenes. I know that it sounded like the Cosmic Fantasy people found out in after the fact that they could have gotten in touch with him. But I don't know. But then again, you run into the same issue because he would have been working with Limited Run Games at that particular point because they handled the Cosmic Fantasy collection, so he might have had issues with them still.
Go for it, guys. Hang in there.
Because I remember they were pretty behind on their release schedule as well.
Flowers fade.
Anyway, I'll let you know if I run into any other news like that in the future. It's just like at first I'm like I don't even know if I can share this because I didn't know if it was just going to be an interview of him just really hoping to be, really hoping to be on the Lunar project, guys, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't, you know, it's so hard for me to, I don't remember what the retail price was, only what I've seen scalpers online put it for, so that's really hard for me to say exactly what it was, but I'm sure it was a big ask. I mean, on the one hand, I get it if they go into like reproduction into secondary units, then I want to be able to have payments for those secondary units, but these minis and things, they don't go into like second circulations. I think it was like a really big deal when the NES Classic Edition had like a second run. My general understanding of these mini consoles is that they come out one time. They're not making another run. I think he made a big deal about something that absolutely was not going to need or necessitate a new release. He could have just taken the payment. I could be completely wrong, but I know those are pretty, like, they don't make a ton of those.
Oh, congratulations!
I mean, everything that, and like because they made like the PC Engine minis, it's the same situation. Yeah, the NES Mini was the only thing that actually got a second run. They actually had one secondary release of that because it was so popular. They actually brought it back for a very short time, and like well after the initial run, where I think this was actually close to the time of the SNES Classic. You could get them both around the same time. They had made a second run because I remember they were available again for pre-orders. It was like an announcement. They were there for like a 3-month window. It was very strange, but nothing else has gotten a release like that again. It was 80. Yeah, no, I could understand them definitely not approving it. Again, it's just not. Why haggle that much about it? I don't understand. I would get it if these were things that were really gonna be like having 9 million releases, but like these Game & Watch 30th anniversaries that Nintendo puts out and these minis, they're not coming out multiple times. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see the math written out as to see like, because he didn't say what he was offered, and he didn't really, I wouldn't have expected him to in this interview, or really go through the royalty math, but I don't know if it was really justifiable to do it or not, to really debate it that much. Okay, what's the PlayStation Plus fees for leaks? Sometimes it's like literally 15,000 flat fee. Okay, I see. No, yeah, I can understand that as well, but I don't know. On a mini, I think we're on the final floor. So let me refresh my capture card because we have cutscenes ahoy. OBS is just a little bit slower today. I think we fixed it.
Naoto!
Ah, it's about time you arrived. Dealing with this child has been quite a pain.
No, don't go!
It's useless speaking with you. I need to go back now.
Why? Why are you leaving me here? Why am I always left alone? It's so lonely. I don't want to be alone. Naoto-kun.
You wear the same face as me. It's as if you're implying we're one and the same. But the difference between me and you is... Why delude yourself? I am you. These childish gestures are no mere affectation. They're the truth. The fools all say it, don't they? You're only a child. Keep out of our business, kid, and so forth. No matter how many cases you spend hours cogitating over, no matter how many crimes you solve, you're a child in their eyes. It's your brain they're interested in, the gray matter locked up in that skull. As long as they need it, you're an ace detective. But once you're done, it's back to the playpen with you. You haven't the means to deal with society's two-faced nature. You're just a lonely child.
Naoto.
I want to be a grown-up. I want to be a big boy right now. Then they'll see who I am. I want a reason for me to stay.
That's enough. I can find my own reason for living.
Ha! I'm telling you that's impossible.
You are but a child. How can you change that essential truth? Stop it! At your core, you admire the sort of strong and cool men who populate detective fiction. But in trying to emulate them, you must know that in truth, you're nothing of the sort. You're a child. There's no avoiding first principles. Admit that you're a child, and admit that there's nothing you can do about it. Now then, our analysis is complete. Let us begin the body alteration procedure! You have no objections, do you? Naoto Shirogane. Stop it! Naoto. Such a cool, manly name.
Yes, I agree.
But a name doesn't change the truth. It doesn't let you cross the barrier between the sexes. How could you become an ideal man when you were never male to begin with?
Wait, what? Did I hear that right? He's not a guy?
I won't throw a tantrum. That accomplishes nothing. How often I've heard those words from the adults. Throwing a tantrum won't solve anything, Naoto-kun, and other such bilge. They made you cry, didn't they? Yet here you are, mimicking those same men. What exactly are you trying to justify? What? It's all right. You needn't suffer anymore. That's why you're undergoing this body alteration procedure to begin with. You throw a tantrum, but it fails to change the situation a single bit. I can quite understand the feeling. After all, I am you.
I feel like my camera just seems to be flickering with light every now and then. I'm not really sure what's going on when I'm looking up and I'm looking over the screen, and every time I do, it seems like a screen is flashing. I don't think the light in my room is changing, but I think something's going on with the camera.
That's not true! Don't say it!
It's okay. Let the kid spill the whole thing. If not, Naoto's just gonna keep hurting. We'll just do our job and kick the Shadow's ass, yeah?
As if you know anything about me. You'll kick my ass, huh? Fine. Go ahead and try, you lizard-brained imbecile.
Save the discussion for later.
Here it comes!
I am a shadow, the true self. What? Are you sick of yourselves too?
Hey, welcome back. Naoto's flaws, a number of them. Number one, tired of people dealing with perceiving them as a child. Gender inadequacies. Ultimately trying to emulate strong and popular cool men to try to make themselves feel less of a child, while also trying to juxtapose how society is also treating them and kind of rejecting their flaws, and that's really what's going on right now. That's what's going on with Naoto. But welcome back. You missed the Victor Ireland discussion. that Suitcase and I were having.
Very well. Then let's begin the special operation.
Bring it on, man! I'll pull you through this!
You know, that it's I don't think I think it's less that, and I think it's more of the being perceived as a child. Oh, you were hearing it. Oh, okay, you heard everything. Okay, very, very good. I was gonna recap it if you didn't, but very good. All right. And yes, but Naoto is just very more self-conscious about being perceived as a child, like kind of being brushed off, not having their intelligence or their worth really being valued by society. And I think they just have a number of complexes that have stemmed from that. All sorts of inadequacies. I don't think it's gender alone. I think that's certainly a factor, but I think a lot of it has to do with them just being dismissed for being a child.
Have you made up your mind? Then let us commence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're basically up to speed then. It was basically the Shadow Naoto and Naoto just having a conversation about that. I will try this. Okay, resist. We'll have to use Fire Break.
Come on down!
Come on!
Two hits isn't bad.
It's over.
We want to get rid of its fire resistance. And I hope this hits 4 times.
Come on down!
4, it did.
Come on! Take this! It's over.
No, that will never do. Patience must lie still for me to drill proper holes into them.
Elemental resistance is nullified. Well, that doesn't affect me too badly.
Come on! Take this!
Probably should heal people since we keep using skills that consume HP. It's gonna be really freeing once I don't have to carry matching personas for everybody. Once we complete enough of these, it's basically like if I were to try to equate this to something, it's like having Pokemon whose sole purpose is to have an HM move, except it's an entire party full of Pokemon that are there to have HM moves. It's nothing competitive. That is my persona list right now, and I have 12 of them that are using every one of those spots to be non-competitive. It's gonna be so freeing, and battles are gonna be so much smoother when I don't have to worry about carrying just HM personas. Galagam, the Galam Eyes.
Yukiko-senpai needs help.
That really hurt.
Yukiko-senpai's acting weird. Come on! Take this!
It hit the max number of times, which is good. She barely lived through that. She's alive with one. Oh, she only survived because we maxed out her social link, which allows her to survive a mortal blow 1 time. So if she didn't have that, she would have instantly been killed.
It's over. What was I gonna do?
Oh, that's right. Enervation is basically you can't remember.
Come on down!
Why Why must you struggle so much?
Bufudyne, that's not good. Okay, the evade ice really helped, because she would have died if she didn't do that.
Yukiko-senpai's acting weird.
She's at a healthy enough hit point level now.
Why won't you lie down and die? You children can't do anything at all.
At least they're just gonna keep anime.
Yukiko-senpai needs help. Yukiko-senpai's acting weird. Can you stand? Ha! Shouldn't someone heal Yukiko-senpai?
Enervation's gone.
Persona!
It is something I can customize. Yes. You have different costumes that you can wear. I just decided. Yes. Yes. I know. I knew you meant Yukiko. Yes. Everybody has. I just decide I want to try some of these out each dungeon, and if I don't like them, except I accidentally put them on everybody, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool. We'll keep them on. I tend to not make it a habit, especially since some of them can sometimes get really silly. I try not to do the really silly ones too often if I can help it. Oh, you have a question? Yes, go right ahead. So PlayStation, I'm playing this on the yeah, so the original is on the PlayStation 2. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4 was released on the PlayStation 2 back in 2008. Then it came out, the golden version, which is basically like the deluxe definitive edition with all the bonuses, came out on the Vita. And it was a Vita exclusive. And then, much later on, yes, in fact, the PlayStation 3 came out in 2006. So it was out really late. It was like a really late PS2 release. But then it got released on the Switch, PlayStation 4, all of these other consoles, Steam. So I'm playing it on my PS5. Yeah, so yeah, you had to wait until Golden to see the fat shaming. That's exactly right. It's not over until the fat lady's shamed, I think is the saying. And that's what happened. But yeah, no, but the PlayStation 2 version looked quite good for its time as well, just because it came out so late. I don't think the user interface, I might need somebody that's more seasoned than I am. I don't think the user interface is different than the than PS2. Like this menu on the side. Yeah, it's a PS4. I'm playing it on the PS5, but it's for PS4. But like this entire, like everything on the side, this is from this menu and interface is all PS2. It's just that I think that there were some changes for Golden and possibly the porting it over, but I don't know if many were. I certainly haven't played the Vita version. I've never played any version of this other than this one to compare.
Kanji,
Yes.
the bench has been lowered.
That's exactly right. Do Meteorama because we are in trouble. Yeah, there's a lot of Persona to keep track of. It helps that the games are spaced out long enough now as far as releases. There's not too many of them, but there's a ton of side games. Everyone's evading ice.
Kanji, your agility has been lowered. Take this!
They did. Compared to the PS2, a number of voices changed. Chie's voice is probably the most notable change, but a number of the cast has been changed around as well. I think they kept Johnny Young Bosch, and I think they kept Yosuke. I don't know about Kanji though. I'm gonna need probably need help on Kanji.
Come on, suck it up!
This is a terrible fight to bring Yukiko in. They have nothing to really
Someone heal Yukiko-senpai?
no accessory that prevents the ice weakness from taking effect. That I don't.
Can you stand?
I know that because I know that they added some new lines for certain scenes, and those had to be recorded fresh. But I don't know if they re-recorded everybody. That would require me to know exactly who stayed and compare the two, but I don't know offhand. Because I've not looked into Golden at all. I've avoided like any gameplay or any knowledge of the game other than just playing the original. So I've never done a whole lot of research into this particular game. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it took a full year to localize. Not just the sheer amount of text that was done here, but like there are NPCs whose dialogue changes throughout the year, semesters, days, weeks, events. So there's a lot that has to be translated, not just voice acted, but translated. Oh, Chia was a union thing. Okay. Well, I feel like Chie would say, do things my way or I will galactic punch you. Like she's done to so many enemies. I think we need to heal. And then we'll bring back Kanji. Part of the problem is actually my desk layout. It actually blocks Yukiko's and Kanji's HP, so I can't actually see what their totals are. It's like the top parts are fine, so I really need to clean off my desk, is basically what I'm getting at. I don't remember. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't remember any video, but I haven't seen a website about the localization efforts. I know that that game took a good while. I know both it and Royal took forever to be localized. Well, I mean, it felt like forever. I think it was like, what, half a year to like 9 months to a year? But I didn't see the localization, like the main localization complaints that were made. I know there were some, I remember hearing some lines were basically pretty butchered. Had 2 different voice actors for the animation, and one for the first 12 episodes, one for the second. That's nothing. James had 2 different voice actors for the first season of Pokemon in 1 episode. They were voiced by one, I forget, whoever the voice of Bakura is, did the voice for James like the first half of one of the episodes, and then Eric Stewart did the second half of the episode, and I don't know why. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall, or if I'd ever seen them at a convention, I'm like, do you know what happened with this episode? Why did they do this? I'm looking at the website now.
Yukiko-senpai, are you okay?
Okay, so it's gonna be a pretty... Okay, this is gonna be more than just something I could just casually read during the stream. I'll have to look at this after the stream, after the dinner with my father, and I'll have to... I know I'd never heard of this website before. It's just that the one thing I will say is that the original Persona 5 I think is not very good. Compared to Persona 3 and Persona 4's characters, I don't think any of them really landed to me. But Royal is probably the best. like final edition we've had of any Persona game that's had a final edition. It's better than 3s, it's better than 4s. It actually makes the character sympathetic, and I think it really did a good job with the foundation it had laid. So while I don't think it ever play Persona 5 base again, I'd play Royal at some point in the future.
Are you okay? Yukiko-senpai, your defense is down.
Probably not for a good while. I'm gonna be a little Persona'd out after this one. I think we're about to win this fight now. There we go. I would say no, except the only reason that you would have played those games is that there wasn't a definitive edition yet. It's not like they released them and like, oh, by the way, 6 months from now we're going to release a better version. Like any re-releases of these games, they took quite a while to come back out. Usually they'd be spaced out for a good while before they would do it. So there's not a good reason now, but back then you didn't know they were going to release something like that later. I would say that so far, I'd say play base Persona 4, but that's just not possible. You're gonna have to suck it up and buy Golden if you want to play Persona 4. Because only the base one is on PS2, and unless you emulate, that's just not really feasible. Only when it's on the PS6? Okay, I can't wait for, what is it, Grand Theft Auto 5 to be re-released for the 9 millionth time, this time on the PS6. But yeah, I would absolutely say Persona 5 Royal, play Royal, don't ever play the base.
So Naoto-kun was a girl. Are you awake?
Oh, that's true, I can't forget Skyrim.
Where am I?
Yes, that's true. That is true.
I remember you all arriving, and...
Yes, it's Utena.
That's right. You saw everything.
Yeah, as far as I know, they haven't announced Persona 6 yet. And Persona 5 has been out, like, since when? Like, 2016? Let me take a look. Persona 5 release date... September 15th, 2016. Not bad, Guard. Not bad at all. I got it right. So, yeah, 8 years. 8 years since the game has been released. And that had been about 8 years since 4 had been released. So, I mean, they've got them pretty spaced out. Sakaji straight after all, right? And well, we don't fully know that yet. I don't think he knows really what he is because of what we had talked about a couple of streams ago. He's still getting used to people.
I lost both my parents in an accident. I was still young, so my grandfather took me in.
Was it a car accident? Because we could add you to the list of tragic car accidents in Persona.
I was inept at making friends, so I spent my time reading detective novels in my grandfather's study. When I grow up, I'm gonna be an awesome hard-boiled detective. My parents were proud of their job. I had no qualms about following in their footsteps.
Someone ever redeems Persona 5 Royal, what I will do is I'll have to have like a car death counter in the corner that I will periodically update because it is going to you are going to see the numbers go up.
An inherited occupation can feel stifling to many, but I welcomed it. I yearned for the day I could be a detective myself. Perhaps I inherited that desire from them as well. I was always alone. Seeing that, my grandfather must have believed it was his duty to help me realize my dream. I secretly aided my grandfather with his clients, and before I knew it, people started calling me Junior Detective.
Well, they can't. Remember, technically it has to be for a console I own, and I don't own a PS3. So I'm a coward.
At first, I was delighted, but not everything went so smoothly.
Yes, Detective Conan.
What was that you said about you're only a child?
Not everyone welcomes my collaboration when it comes to solving cases. My status as a child was sufficient to offend many of those whom I worked with. Were that the only issue, then it would have resolved itself with time. But though I will one day change from a child to an adult, I will never change from a woman to a man.
Do you not like being a girl? Is that why you always dress like a boy?
My sex doesn't fit my ideal image of a detective. Besides, the police department is a male-oriented society. If they had the slightest concrete reason to look down on me, no one would need me anymore.
You don't know that.
Have you considered not needing a police department at all? 'Cause I think that would bypass that problem.
Hey, you must know already that what you yearn for isn't to become an adult or become a boy.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I kept ignoring you, pretending you didn't exist. But you are me, and I am you. You've always been inside me. What I should yearn for, no. What I must strive for isn't to become a man. It's to accept myself for who I really am.
Strength of heart required to face oneself has been made manifest. A giant sword. Naoto has faced her other self. She's obtained the facade used to overcome life's hardships, the persona Sukuna Hikona. Hakuna Matata. I don't know what it's called. I think I said it close to correct.
In any event, you're a devious bunch. I can't believe you kept something like this hidden for so long. No wonder the perpetrator has eluded the police. But it's apparent now. This case is far from over.
That's right. And you proved it, Naoto. Anyways, we can talk more later. We need to get you out of here.
Hey! Hey!
Naoto is breathing heavily.
Sheesh, she really put her life on the line for this. But without her efforts, we'd never have realized that the culprit is still at large.
You're too frickin' reckless, damn it.
I never doubted that you'd all come for me, although the reality turned out to be far beyond what I'd imagined.
What a dumbass. You're no genius at all. We were tearing our hair out over you.
So you did worry about her, Kanji? Oh.
Shut up. Mind your own damn business.
It's a very good shut up. I like that shut up.
I'll take her home. I don't think she can go back by herself.
It's all right. I can...
No way, Missy! Don't think that doing everything on your own is the adult thing to do. Come on, let's go. Grab on.
They were able to rescue Naoto safely, and it seems the case is not over yet. Boarded up lab trophy completed. Yeah, I know this. So now they can pepper all of the female phrases and pronouns left and right. Use the I don't know. I feel like Missy just seems like you're like talking them up as being a child, which is kind of you saw what was going on in their head. You can't wait to see Naoto in a episode. Well, I mean, it's Atlas. I'm sure they have it as a costume. I wouldn't put it past them. Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, we got off early today.
The drunken wiggling. Yes, I was wondering why you said that, and then I looked up, and I'm like, ah.
Come on, take a seat.
I'm the king.
They found Naoto-kun. Oh, do you know who Naoto-kun is? He just up and vanished without a word. But it looks like he's back now.
Yes, they're really bad. Like Catherine. I think what you're thinking of is Catherine. That's really the big game that came into controversy. At least one of them. I haven't personally played it, but that's what I've heard in relation to Catherine.
Way to put a scare into everyone.
And they're really, really bad about like having all sorts of haha homosexuality jokes and tropes in their games. And five is no better because it has a gay couple that does haha predatory. We're gonna kidnap you and give you makeovers. It's gonna be great. Way to put a scare into everyone. Yeesh. I know or I'm relieved. Do I have a choice that matters here? Do I not have I not pulled the guide up this entire time? I should probably do that just in case. And then I will read what people have been saying in chat. Back to September 22nd evening. And just like that, we've done it. Okay, I don't have any choices to make here. Yeah, Persona 5 does it. Yes, yeah, I'm wondering what 6 will do, because like Persona 5 definitely came during a time where that sort of thing was I mean, it came out in 2016, late 2016, so it still would have definitely been frowned upon, but they did it anyway. And then they still they toned it down a little, so they say in 5 Royal, but I'm just gonna be honest, I don't think they really did too much different, except this time it's less haha kidnappy and less still doing the same stuff. Yeah, they didn't really learn. So I am curious to see. I mean, my wish is just that they stop doing these Operation Babe hunts in general. They're not funny. I don't enjoy them. They waste time, and I just don't like them for like if we're gonna have like a trip vacation hangout, I don't want it to always boil down to Hubba Hubba who's in a swimsuit and all of this other stuff. It's dumb. Oh, the original James left Pokemon to do the theater, but then came back to be Giovanni. But he left in the middle of an episode because because the voice credits. I can't remember if it was episode 8 or 9. It's him the first half, and then Eric Stewart the second. And it's just like I guess he just like up and left in the middle of recording that episode, and they're like, okay, we'll just have one voice for the start and one voice for the other, which is odd, really odd. I'm relieved. Oh, there was one character who was forced to make up with their terrible parent not being allowed to grow up. Yeah.
You don't seem surprised. You didn't already know he was found, did you?
You really ought to do something about that habit of yours, Dojima-san. They go to the same school. Rumors spread fast out here, you know? But man, why'd Naoto-kun disappear? I guess he can be a little difficult. Maybe he got sulky after being given the boot and ran away from home. But I tell ya, I was shocked to hear that he up and vanished like that.
It was 8. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was 8 or 9 because I was trying to think in my head which episode happened when.
If there'd been a 4th kidnapping and murder, we'd be back to square
Is
one again.
episode 8 the Pokemon school? Like that, what was it, Gazelle episode? Just Gazelle? What is her name? It was like the Pokemon Academy school. I think that was the episode where the change happened.
Adachi.
You know what sucks? We still don't have proof that the Kubo kid murdered
School of Hard
anyone
Knocks.
besides
Yes,
Mr.
that's the one.
Muraoka.
That's the name. I think that's the episode 8.
How are we gonna make a case like this? I wonder if Dojima-san's
Okay.
instinct is right.
I just can't remember how they
really
said
is
it. I
another
knew
Krub out
how
there.
it was
The
spelled. I
real
just don't
one.
remember how they pronounced it.
Adachi, how many times I gotta
Yes,
say
I'm
it?
enjoying it too.
Quit
She's
running
like,
your mouth
get
like
out of
that."
my spot. That's my spot. I need to watch my Junes program. You're standing in my spot. Sitting in my spot.
Well, sorry.
Oh, that's the one that Veronica Taylor. Okay, I didn't know who did that Pikachu voice because I know like later on Veronica Taylor got like way overused because in Advance she was Ash and May, and so she was heavily utilized in Advance.
All right, see here. Don't worry about the case. Just go study like a normal student. If you don't...
Oh, that's episode 9. Ada Shantru. Oh, okay. My mistake.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, the guy who needed to get 100 gems to...
Sorry.
What was
I
it, like,
killed
he
the
needed to
mood
win, like,
there.
100 battles to be able to, like, be an official gym person, except they've had people have gyms that didn't do that, so I don't really remember the plot of that episode. I need to go back and visit season 1 at some point. It's been a good while.
But yeah, I can totally understand why Dojima-san's worried. Just leave the case to us police. You know the problems it could cause if something happened, right? Like, if it happened you were mixed up in it. We'd be real worried.
Just from Sonico.
Are more scary things gonna happen?
No way, Nanako-chan. Everything's alright now. We caught the bad man, so no more scary things will happen, right? Everything's just fine.
Okay.
Anyways, your dad's just a worrywart. Leave it to me. You might not know to look at me, but I got the most brains in the whole police department. Oh, was that too hard to understand? Did you get it? Well, now that Dojima-san's gone, I should get going too.
Okay, it was
Good
just
night.
an unofficial gym, and was he like trying to level up to an official gym? I was trying to remember. It's okay. If I'm asking you too many questions and just like making you do too much work, Mackenzie, you don't have to do it. I'm just, but just let me know if I'm just asking you too many questions or just like I want to relax. Get me away from the keyboard. Because I'll look it up later myself. Because I just forgot.
What does got brains mean?
It means he's smart. It means don't worry. It means he's not an athlete. Well, I mean all of these. It means he's smart.
Huh. So things will be alright?
What I'd like to do at some point is just, and like it would take a lot of time and energy, but I'd like to do like a complete retrospective of like each season of Pokemon. Like it couldn't be done in one stream. I need to do like with all of my experiences with one. So I'd talk about the Porygon shock incident because Dugasu's backpack they had compiled like all of the many of the Pokemon shock news reports that were done in Japan, and he went through and subtitled like all of them. So like he has like a bunch of different subtitled interviews. One of them even had like the film reel of the particular shock scene, and I'm just like, how did they get that? Like how did Pokemon agree to let them have that? Why do they have this? And I just talk about that, the Team Rocket Giovanni episode that didn't happen. Just a lot of with basically the Team Rocket v Plasma. There's a lot of stuff I could do, but I'd like to at some point like do one stream with like maybe one weekend for Kanto, then Orange Islands, Advanced, etc. Just kind of walk through everything because I've got like a ton of stuff like welled up in here. I would just need like a crash course refresher, which wouldn't take very long. The night passes with the awkward mood hanging in the air. We're just really just kind of rank the series, talk about what I liked, talk about what I didn't like, talk about like a lot of the controversies, talked about the strong points. It's basically just nerd out over it for a while. Today is the autumnal equinox, so you have the day off from school. All you can do now is wait for Naoto's recovery. What should you do today? Let's see, what should we do today? Looks like we need to complete 2 quests and do Marie's rank 7. Thankfully, both quests are located in the same place. Gave him the Eternal Lamp. Is this it? Yeah, it doesn't really go out and it doesn't run on electricity. Ah, listen to me, I'm going on about it like it's some kind of amazing contraption. But whatever you may think, it's pretty amazing to me. Well, here you go. This is a token of my gratitude. 30,000 yen. My sister shouted at me. She said, "Why didn't you pick the same snack as me? What's so wrong about me liking cookies? We found a leaf chat. Thank you. Sorry for always asking you for things. I don't know if this is much of a reward, but receive maca leaf times 3 tied together with the ribbon." And so now that we've done all of that, we're going to go into town and do the Maruti social link. I can always tell my interest level with Pokemon seasons, even subconsciously, by how long it takes for me to check out the subtitled episode when I know it's out. Because for a while with Pokemon Horizons, I waited like, at one particular point, like a month to check out an episode and just caught up on the 4. And then there was one particular season where I checked it out immediately, and then now I'm back to not checking them out instantly. It's been kind of a roller coaster of a season, and now I think it's kind of getting boring again. I don't know how long it's going to be as a series, but Horizons has not been that great, unfortunately.
You're
Ooh,
late.
you're here. Let's go somewhere. You're helping me remember, right? You did promise Marie that you would help her find her memories. So you have Ame no Azume, a persona of the Aeon Arcana. You might get along well, and we'll deepen. Yeah, let's
Hurry,
go. Do you
let's
think
go.
I can remember something this time? It seems Marie can't wait. I decided to take Marie somewhere she can calm down. Tamagawa Riverbank. Yeah, Rachel Lillis in episode 9. Okay, so it was Veronica Taylor and Rachel Lillis both. Oh, okay, I was about to say. Wait, were there 2 consecutive episodes where they did the voice acting? Oh, just some kind of abroad? Okay, gotcha. I was close. Yeah, I mean, it was... Yeah, I was about to say... I don't know. I could hear the voice in my head, and I guess me listening to somebody do a Pikachu impression, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was Rachel Lillis or Veronica Taylor, quite honestly. Pokebrought. You brought a contemplative Marie here. I don't get this. What am I supposed to do? The lady at the store said this comb was something special. She said it was old. Yeah, she did. She also said that she's never seen one like this before. What did she say? Museum Gallery? Would there be combs there? That doesn't
I
make
don't get
sense. What are they going to use them for? They're works of art. They're antiques. And oh, hold on just a moment. Okay, sorry. I just got confirmation that the dinner that I thought was at 6:30 for my father for the birthday is actually at 6. So I will probably be wrapping things up in about 15 minutes. I'll probably come back for a short amount of time. No, the restaurant's right around the corner. I'm 5 minutes away. It's not a big deal. I am already dressed to go out, but it just means I'll be getting off in about 15 minutes as opposed to about 30 or so. So no worries. But I'll probably come back later on in the evening and maybe do another hour and a half. That way we can just kind of add up to about a whole stream, I think. So let's see. And what? You mean old and dirty things? Oh, but maybe it is. Just like those, this comb has no point. Marie seems impressed. Do you know anyone who knows about stuff like that? Who around here would know about art and antiques? Old Man Daidara? Old Lady Shiroku? Aya owner? Oh yeah, he wouldn't. Daidara might? Come to think of it, the owner of Daidara considers himself an artist. He may know something about this rare comb. I bet all of the options are right in their own stead, but this one seems like the most right. You told Marie about Daidara. So there's someone who might know? Huh, this town has a ton of weird people here. Maybe we'll
Let's
find
go.
something out. We decided to go to Daidara with Marie. Shopping District Daidara. They sell these? Who would buy them? Yu-chan, wait for me. All this stuff is so heavy. Barrel. I knew it. Good day, Yu-kun. Marie-chan. Huh? Sensei, Emi-chan. Ooh, looks like I've stumbled across a big scoop. Well. It's not like that. Oh, Sensei, I know that. You're not the kind of guy to sneak around and try to hide a girl behind your back on us. Oh, Teddy, of course he isn't. Hee. Isn't that right, Yu-kun?
Hey,
She knows. Whoa, Yuki-chan looks so serious. Looks like a storm's a-brewing. No, I'm just stating the obvious. I'm buying supplies for the inn. I ran into Teddy on the way, so I'm letting him carry everything. It's all piled up next to the store. I can't carry another thing. Who's this? How cruel, Emi-chan. Have you already forgotten about the little Teddy? After all that heavy petting you gave my fur? Oh, that's right. You never met Teddy out of his costume yet. Teddy, oh, kindness and fur. Correct, that's my Emi-chan. This is love. This has to be the power of love. Yeah, it's not. What are you two doing here? Oh, shopping, I guess? At the store? We're doing some research. I see. Here? Oh, do you know what this is? Oh, this is... It's a very unique comb. What about it? I want to learn about it. Oh, I see. I don't know anything, though. Me neither. I've never seen this before, but it's really pretty. Nice and shiny. Ah, so that's why you're here. The owner does seem like he'd know about antiques. I knew it. Will he know anything about it? I'm not sure, but let's ask and find out. Alright, leave the interrogation to me. Hey, buddy, I've got some questions. For me? Well, unless it's about art, you ain't getting any answers. Do you know anything about this? I don't sell... This here's a beaut, good craftsmanship, pretty old too. And it almost doesn't show too much wear. It's perfect, almost too perfect. Where'd you get this? Do you know anything about this? Would be grateful for anything you could tell us. Nope. It's a comb, definitely, but whether it's just an accessory or part of a festival, heck, I don't even know when it was made. I see.
oh,
Well, hold on there, Missy. I can at least tell you what it's made out of. This is, yeah, it's not your average bamboo. It's something similar to a rare type of bamboo that grows in the Chugoku region, but it's not. No, but it's definitely not normal bamboo. It's beautiful, though. I'd almost think it's something from another world. Another world? So, what world is it from? I don't understand. Marie looks like she's in pain. Are you alright? Don't strain yourself. Do you remember something? Hold on, my head feels like it's splitting. Whoa, hold on there, Missy. I have a first aid kit around here somewhere. Listen, Isekai comb. I think the school lecture that we heard about Izanami and Izanagi is probably the way that they're going with this. Because Yu's persona is Izanagi. So I don't know if she's a persona or what's going to happen. Wait up, Yuki-chan. I'll go with you. But I don't think that school lesson was a coincidence. Because they mentioned a comb in it.
what is this?
What the heck? I don't get it. This is bugging me. Something pops up then just disappears just when I had it. Calm down. Let's try again. Take it easy. I wasn't doing anything. My head just started hurting and then it makes me angry. I still can't remember anything. Marie's trying hard to regain her lost memory. You can sense Marie's urgency. So there's rank 7 with Aeon. I'm going home. My head still hurts. After thinking of when you escort Marie back to the Velvet Room, let me go ahead and reset the capture card real fast.
Oh, welcome
For
home,
the last
big
bit
bro.
of the stream here, we're gonna go probably about another 8 to 10 minutes. at least for right now. And then I'll come back a little bit later, after dinner and after the post-dinner festivities. You can work as a janitor at the hospital today. The guy, yeah, turned it back on. Good. Nanako time. Yes. Nanako looks as if she's not doing anything. So you have power, persona that just kind of want to get along well. Not ready to advance yet. Will you spend the evening? Yes.
Yeah!
Okay, yay. Nanako looks happy. Spent a precious moment with Nanako. You feel the relationship is going to become closer soon. I guess I'll talk about the history of mathematics in Japan then. Japan developed its own mathematics called Wasan that originally crossed over from China. Wasan, by the Edo period, developed so much that they could calculate 41 digits of pi. At the height of Wasan's popularity in the Edo period, a book came out entitled Math Girl. I guess there must have been a math nerdettes back then too, but it was just a drill book written by a girl. I was a bit of a nerdette back in my youth too. I'm just a boring housewife now. Time is cruel. Even Wasan has disappeared. Trying to make money the right way feels so stupid. Anyway, let's move on to the workbook. Oh look, more practice problems. You listen to the lecture intently. Your knowledge increased. So it's time to complete quest 44, it looks like. And then we meet with Marie again, and meeting with Marie may be the last thing we're able to do. For at least right this moment. How's the famed, is this the famed Calorium? How magnificent. How did you come upon a metal as rare as this? No, don't tell me, there's no need for me to know. With this, the accuracy of my dousing will increase tenfold. You extend to you my sincere gratitude. Please accept this as my thanks. Mystical Scarab times 2. Done. Into town. Oh, you're here. Marie is in low spirits. Her relationship will deepen? Then I'll go. Marie nods slightly. You decide to take Marie somewhere she can calm down. Samagawa Riverbank. You brought Marie here. She seems quiet.
Hey.
I want to see a dolphin. Bring out a dolphin. I'm gonna count to 3. By the time I get there, I better see a dolphin. You got it? Marie seems especially irritable today.
How stupid.
1, 2, 3. Hey, where's my dolphin? Hello? This sucks. Does your head hurt again? What about the comb? I don't know. I don't want to think about it. My head doesn't hurt as long as I don't think too much. Marie seems absent-minded.
Fine.
It doesn't matter anymore. I stopped trying to remember. There's no point in trying to look for any answers, and in the end I couldn't figure anything out anyway. Don't give up. Are you giving up? Coward. What can I do about it? I can't remember. I can't remember anything. Thinking makes my head hurt, and even if something comes up, it vanishes the next instant. I hate this stupid jerk. Just leave me alone. I hate this. My head hurts. All I want to do is to just remember. You can sense Marie's heart-rending emotion. You feel like you understand Marie even more. It's level 8.
Fine.
Forget it. I don't need memories. I'm better off not knowing. Alright, that was... not really much of anything happened that one, I have to admit.
Oh, welcome home, big bro.
Like, I can read a book and then tomorrow's saved. So, we are going to read Polyland. You begin reading Polyland. A textbook that teaches the very fundamentals of mathematics and the concept of numbers. Did Ko really learn math from this book? The conversation between Mr. Plus and Miss Minus makes learning math needlessly complicated. Since we finished hyperspeed reading, we're able to read more than normal. There's still some pages of Polyland left. We decide to save them to read next time. With the day off from school today, all we can do now is wait for Naoto's recovery. What should you do today?
Hello? It's me.
Hello? Oh, it's me. She already said it. Want to go shopping with me today? I'm in the mood to buy something. I'll pass.
Oh.
Bye then. I hung up. And that will reverse the social link. No, not this time. You realize they haven't bought anything for the home shopping program, so let's do that and then end the stream for right now. So we can choose either Death Scudetto with wasabi jelly or diet food, an odd morsel. The guide recommends diet food, so that's what we'll get. I don't know if it's needed for a quest, but I will take it. Alright, let's go down the staircase and save. Alright, everybody. So I have to wish my dad a happy birthday at his dinner. So I will see everybody whenever I get back. I can't really tell people exactly when that'll be. I don't think it'll be too obnoxiously late, however. But I'll be back for probably about another hour and a half, I would say. Yes, thank you so much, Tay. I'll have a wonderful dinner. I was hoping to maybe get in-game my father's birthday, but, I'm thinking October, it's November. Wowza. But I will see everybody, that's a little presumptuous. I'll see some of you back, whoever's back, a bit later, but thank you so much for those who came today, and have a good rest of your day and evening, and I'll see some of you later. Bye!